You know what I wondered since like a very early age? Confidence is so important in our everyday life when you're going about things you do on a daily basis. And we're not born with it. It's something you gain as you get older, as you get wiser, and as you go through certain things in your life. And it's just a persona of like something we all deal with, like self-value, you knowing your worth, anything that is important to you that you feel you want to share to the world, which that makes you confident about it, that you want to share it with everyone else. So I just feel that's a topic we all could relate to. And that's something, me and my boy D are going to be getting real deep into it.
Confidence is something that you're not born with, that you cultivate. It's like knowing your worth. And it really begins with like a simple question, like who you are. Not really in an arrogant way, but it's like knowing yourself, like who am I and what are my strengths? What are my unique traits? But in a self-assured way. Confidence is really about defining who you are and what you stand for and really knowing what you deserve. You really should prioritize what you want in life. I know a lot of times we may put our boundaries to the side because we want this specific job or we like this person. But I feel that all has to do with having a scarcity mindset where it's like you think I can't get another one of this job. Opportunities only come once in life. Or I really like this person and it took me a while to find them. No, you were all right before that. You're going to be all right after that. Same thing with as a person. You'll be all right. You're going to find another person like that or even better. Let God guide you. If anything, be grateful that they showed you their hand from the beginning. And now it's like, all right, I didn't have to waste my time. God got me. I'm something better. When God closes the door, 3 more open. So just love yourself, start knowing yourself and know what you deserve. They're lost.
I feel it all begins with us, It's a reflection of ourselves. I feel that's more than anything. When you wake up and you look in the mirror and you might be tired, you might feel a certain way, but as long as you put yourself in a position that you feel comfortable where like, okay, I like the way I look today. I'm going to be comfortable stepping outside today and knowing your own self-worth that, like you said, you don't need validation from anybody. That's one thing a lot of people don't understand, that they feel they always need a validation from someone else because of how you look or what you have, your status financially, certain vehicle you drive or certain place you live in. But that has nothing to do with your confidence. If you feel a certain way about yourself, like you should carry that everywhere you go. And not because of your position, not because of money, not because it was a certain person you always wanted to catch their attention. It has to be something within you. And yes, it could be built. You could be around the right people and your confidence could grow. It could go to another level. But I feel we all have that inside of us where you just got to tap into it. And it takes time, Not everyone, like you said, is born with it. It's something you get as you go through your life lessons in life. Point to what you were saying.
And I believe that growing your confidence is really by celebrating like even the smallest of wins, regardless if it's, I took 1 extra step today on my step count, right? Or I took 10. I feel like people really underplay themselves where it's like, if I didn't take a significant amount of extra steps, then it's really nothing to brag about. No, I took 1 extra step and, I did good and I'm going to continue to strive for better. So that's how you start developing that confidence. Like I said, it's because you have to really congratulate yourself, even if it's 1, whether if it's 1, 10, or 100, celebrate them all. Also, fear is what holds us all back, right? Fear is what really handicaps us. I feel like you have to step into discomfort also to build your confidence by going towards something that you fear and then absolutely crushing it. And then you realize what you're capable of. Because a lot of times we're over here overthinking the situation, underthinking ourselves, staying safe, staying where it's comfortable. I get it. But guess what? You'll never know what you're capable of if you don't try, if you don't get out of it. You know how good it feels going towards something that you are fearful of doing, whether it's quitting your job, whether it's getting on a roller coaster, and next thing you know, you had a great time and you absolutely crushed it. You did great, and now everyone is even congratulating you or whatever it is. You're like, wow, I took this long to really do that, to realize this was that easy. Don't overthink it. Every day, try and face a fear of yours, even if it's the smallest ones, up to the largest ones, whether it's leaping out of a job, you know, going to that new job where it's like, wow, I was really stagnant there. Wow, look at me here now, absolutely crushing it, more pay or whatever the situation may be. Also, relationship wise, whether it's like I stay stuck in that relationship and I ain't really need no one, you know, I'm doing great alone. I love myself. I'm getting to know myself and I really enjoy my own company, or vice versa. You're single and it's like, you know, I was so comfortable being single. I didn't want to be burdened, my peace of mind. Next thing you know, you find your significant other and it's like, this is amazing. I have somebody to share everything I love with now. All the things I love to do, my hobbies, now I have somebody to do it with. Not that I needed to do it with anyone, but it feels pretty cool doing it with someone as well.
I feel what you said is big, like, and that's another topic for another episode in the later near future, which is fear. Because a lot of us, I feel we tend to detach ourselves from things that's good for us because we're scared. And then that's when the confidence comes in. Where like, why not? Why not try to get that job? Why not try to get that car that maybe I can't afford, but I can make sacrifices to get it? Why not get, a house you always wanted that you were scared to get because you're thinking about the financial impact it could set you back because you're not used to it, which I feel all that has to do with, how confident you are in the things you're capable of doing. It is a good note to what you said. It's true. We all go through that. All of us, me, you, all of our viewers. A lot of us, we complacent in where we at when there's nothing wrong with trying something new because it could be something beautiful. It could be something that it can help you out in the future. It can help you. It can help your family. It can help your friends around you, whoever's in your circle. So it's just something that, you could always gain when it comes to that. And note to what Dee was saying, like you hit it right on the button, brother. Like it's crazy because a lot of us we're very stagnant in where we at when we could be in so much better situations if we apply ourselves and put ourselves in a position where it'll be scary, but once we in it and we see, oh, it's not that hard, I was just thinking too much about it. And now that you're doing it, it's like, okay, it's a little by little, it's a process, but I'm gonna get to where I want to be, Everything is steps, baby steps.
And confidence is not about being loud. It's about being grounded. It's about showing up as yourself and not needing validation from others. It's about walking in a room and knowing that you belong. You understand that you keep your head up high wherever you're at, in whatever situation, and this is where you belong. Don't ever feel left out. Don't ever underthink yourself. No, you good. You're enough. I'm here. A lot of times, people get intimidated when they walk into a place and all eyes are on them. Not
Mm.
necessarily is a bad thing, right? Hey, they looking at you because they're like, wow, they see the confidence on you. Like, okay, who is this person?
That goes with everything. It could be
Absolutely.
how you look. It could be, you got the braids, what I'm saying? I got my hat. There's times where, not a lot of people probably first time me showing this, but nigga, I got a baldy, but I'm good. I'm comfortable with it, I still look good, like, so you gotta have that. You gotta have that in you, like, and it all starts with, it can start as simple as that. Like going to the barbershop, like for men, us getting a nice haircut, us getting groomed, us feeling, that whole where we getting pampered. And it goes for women as well. Women, when they go get their hair done, go get their nails, their toes, eyelashes, whatever it is, whatever maintenance you do on yourself. That's like a reassurance of like what makes you feel so confident about you within you, which we all have it. But that little bit of doing that on a regular basis could make you even more confident on a whole nother level. It's been days where If I didn't go to the barber shop and I didn't have a haircut, I didn't feel like myself. I'm sure you can relate. There's times when you don't have your hair braided, or if your hair's not how you want it, damn, I don't want to go outside today. I don't want to step out. The same with females. They can not have their hair done. They can have not their toes, their nails, and they just, oh, I'm not going outside today. I can't put sandals today, or I don't want to show my hands. So it's just a lot when it comes to that specific, word, confidence. And that's where we really trying to like get in depth in.
Now I agree with that because if you look good, you feel good. But a lot of times also we overthink that, right? So let me touch on the topic about the hairstyles, for example. It's a great topic because don't worry about, oh, is this age appropriate or is this appropriate for this function or stuff like that. Be yourself. You just be yourself. If this is something that you like, when you look in that mirror and you're happy with what you see, then that's what you show up as. Don't go into a room and fit in. Go into a room and stand out. Be different. Be yourself. Don't worry about, oh, if everyone has a pushback and I have braids, well, good. Then I'm the only one there with the braids. I'll stand out better than they do, right? Because now it's like, oh, another dude with another pushback. How original is that? Not knocking it because the pushback is a cool haircut too. And if that's what you like, then power to you. But just trying to make an example here, It's just like what Drew said, like he has a baldy, right? But he doesn't feel any different. He doesn't feel any different than what he did when he had hair. He still feel like when he look in that mirror, I'm still the man. And guess what?
I still times, bro, where I'm like, I miss my hair, like we always talk about it. Like
absolutely.
Trust me, my wife is the one that's always like, oh my God, I'm just tired of hearing it. I'm just tired of hearing it. But it's true. Like, yeah, like I'm still confident without my hair, but to be honest, like I miss my hair, bro. Like I miss having my hair. I miss getting certain haircuts. I remember when I was in high school, my hair was like how yours is. I used to have braids down to my shoulders, but it's cool. I did it. So it's not like I don't know. I'm not missing out on nothing. I practically did every hairstyle you could think of with my hair. So like you said, it could be God seeing me, and I might not be confident in how I look with my baldy, but it could be guys that don't have a baldy and a beard and like, oh damn, I like that. That should look cool. Like, So it just goes with, the territory that we in,
Missing it and being comfortable with who you are at this moment, it's two different things. So of course you're gonna miss everything, right? It was good times. I had it, like you said, try different haircuts. But when you look in that mirror, it's not like if it shattered your confidence. It's like, no, I'm still that dude. Like the hair didn't make me. I'm still that dude,
It's us. It's what was within us,
That's right. And guess what? It hasn't changed anyone's perspective on you. I'm pretty sure you go to the same places where you used to go when you had hair, and the attention is still the same because you're still that person. Like it's not about the hairstyle. The same thing, like let's say with me, right? I got braids right now, and I'm not. I don't have the beard. I wish I could never grow that, right?
Okay.
But hey, I'm all right with that. It makes me look super young, and I embrace it now. Man, when I was younger, it was more like, man, if I could just grow some facial hair and look older, look my age. Now it's like it's a blessing, as I'm getting older. Hey, I'm happy. You think I'm that age? I appreciate you.
Yeah, that's so true.
So that's what I'm saying. It's just show up. Don't be afraid. A lot of times people they love your confidence. And that's why, all eyes are on you. Don't get nervous. Don't get embarrassed by none of that. You shut all that out. Tunnel vision when you're walking. You heard? You go to where you're going to go. You're there. You're there to have a good time. And that's all that matters. And if you have to second think a style or anything you want to do, then you're thinking too much. There's nothing wrong with getting an opinion. But if you have to now think about everything you're going to do and say, should I? You're overthinking. You're overthinking because you should know how to make your own decisions. Of course, like there's a lot of times where I'll go to Drew, like, hey, Drew, what's your opinion on this? And I appreciate his opinion because he'll give me his perspective on, okay, no, this could look better. And a lot of times it does help. But is it needed? No, it's not needed because you alone know how to match your clothes or the hairstyle that you like is perfect already. But if you get somebody else's opinion, it may help you because now he may say, you know what? Instead of going with the taper, you might want to go with a drop fade.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's cool too. You understand? But it doesn't take away from your original decision to go with the taper, because there was nothing wrong with that from the get. It was just that together you guys spoke about it, and you're like, okay, you know what? I'll try the drop fade. Hey, and it looks pretty good. But then that goes back to what we were speaking about earlier, whereas you have to try new things. So if you
Yeah.
always got a taper and you never got that drop fade, look what happened. Now you like it. Now your new hairstyle is that drop fade. So just
Yeah.
always be open to trying new things. Don't be afraid. Ask your barber or whomever for their opinions, and go with that. Try it out. It's just hair. It'll grow back, right?
It's the
Find
same. It's the same in a women's case. In a woman's perspective, like a girl can have black hair for natural black hair. That's what she always had. But maybe she want to dye it. She want to get blonde. She want to get highlights. So same situation for a female. Like they're gonna step into a new experience that they never had just because of them changing their hair color. They might get the attention they want. They might not get the attention they want. But they know they doing it because something they want to do. They want to see. Okay, let me see how I look with this. You know. And all that has to do with confidence. Like if you're confident enough to change your appearance and not waiting for a validation from someone else, where you wake up, you look in the mirror, okay, I like how it looks. Yeah, it's different. It's not something I'm used to, but it'll grow on you. And then later on in the line, you realize, okay, it was a good decision because I was the one that was comfortable with doing it, not because of someone else's validation or if they approve of the way I look. Because as long as we happy with ourselves, stepping outside the door, that's all that matters. As long as you confidence in what you know is you and what is true to you, you can never go wrong.
and name brands has nothing to do with confidence. Just you can have a $500 t-shirt on that isn't gonna make you look much better than having a $10 t-shirt on. So don't go based off of that, because you can go with the most simplest outfit and you can absolutely crush it as long as it's nice and ironed, nice and pressed, and it fits you well. That's what you got to worry about. The appearance of your clothing has to be wrinkle free and suits your body. If other than that, wearing name brand is not going to help you at all.
It's the
And
person that wears it, not the brand doesn't wear us. We're the one that wear it. So if it
absolutely.
looks good on you, then cool. But then if it doesn't, then it's the same thing.
And stop dressing for trends. Wear what feel right for you, what makes you feel confident.
Yeah,
Because
because not everyone could pull off certain
yeah,
fits, certain brands, certain styles. Like I feel everyone has their own style, which is not wrong. Not a knock to nobody, but it's not wrong trying to try something new. But don't get outside your comfort zone where you like trying too hard. Like,
now
are they
here's
gonna?
yeah, because that's a problem now. You're trying to trend, and it's now if you have to ask, how do I look? That's a problem. Look in the mirror. That'll give you an answer. How do
Yeah,
you feel? Do you feel confident in it? No, then take it off and go back to your style, and go with that, because that's what you feel confident in.
yeah.
Or if you're feeling bold, then just try it. Put that on and see how it goes. It might grow into you, but just don't go over here trying new trends just because it's in style and expect it for it to work for you. It's not gonna work for everyone. Like nowadays, the baggy fit is back. I wore baggy clothes back in the day, but now I wouldn't do it again. Nothing wrong with it, but I just not for me anymore.
Yeah, it's like we just older. It's like we had our run with that type of style. Like I remember wearing what 4XTs, 5XTs, like down to my knees, and big fitted hats that was like two sizes more than my. And it just me looking at the picture now, I'm like, what was I thinking? Like, well, like you said at the time, that was the style, that was the trend. Like everyone looked like that. So you go outside, someone's not gonna judge you. They're gonna say, "Oh, damn, why you got that big T-shirt on?" Or "Why is this hat bigger than what it should be?" But it's just trends, and it's always gonna be different all the years and stuff.
Be confident in yourself. Like, hey, Drew, like when we spoke way before back in the day, I remember you explaining to me about being confident. And the confidence was that the way, if I recall correctly, was dude, you're that dude. Like, why are you underthinking yourself again about that on that same topic? Are you
Yeah,
crazy? Look at yourself in the mirror. What a person thinks about you doesn't define who you are. You know, who cares? You're not gonna be everyone's cup of tea. You understand? So what? You go to the next one. Don't dwell on that situation. You keep going. You
yeah.
know, not everyone gonna be everyone's cup of tea. No one is. No one in the world is. No matter how good you look, not everyone's gonna like you, and that's all right.
I feel everyone has their style of like what's good for them, what makes them who they are. I think for me and you growing up, it was like, you coming from the Bronx slash Queens. I was raised in Brooklyn till like 6 and then moved to Harlem. So I kind of grew up in Harlem. So like a lot of the stuff that I put together is like from what I know from growing up, like watching like my older brother, like that was a big inspiration to me. My older brother, like the way he dressed. And then as I got older, I started dressing to like what I seen everyone was wearing and then what was comfortable for me. And vice versa to you too. Like, and it's not to knock nobody. Like, I feel every borough has their own style when it comes to fashion, whether it's Brooklyn, Harlem, the Bronx, Queens, Staten Island, Jersey, Long Island. Like, everyone has their own style, but it just depends how you put it. So for me, being from Harlem, that was big for me. Like, we was real big on fashion and being trendsetters on anything we put on.
Yeah, it's just it's just important to know that about who you are. It doesn't really. Not everyone can afford the trendiest of clothes. Not everyone can afford these name brands.
Yeah.
You'll be all right, man. Just go to H&M. Not knocking it. H&M got great clothes, but it's more on the affordable side compared to all these other high-end brands that you're gonna spend maybe 250 on a t-shirt. You could have got about 3 outfits with that elsewhere, and it would have looked just as great, right?
I'm still good with a $5 or $10 tee. It just depends what you put with it. Like whatever hat, whatever you put on your feet, it just depends, like you just gotta be simple with it. Like,
Absolutely. And some people are still going to question, like, okay, that's easy for you to say. Obviously, you grew up around an environment where, like, for example, you, Drew, you had your brother and he, you learned from him. But how about us who don't have anyone out here to learn from or anything like that? Then you know what? You have to seek a stylist. You have to book a consultation with someone that knows how to dress. Like, for example, maybe if you see Drew and you like his style, and you like the way he talks about fashion, then why don't you reach out to him and he will give you some personal advice on some fashion. There's no, there's no shame on reaching out and asking for help to anyone because that's going to help you further your wardrobe. Whatever, just like when you want to learn about something, you grab a book, you do your research. It's the same thing when people seek therapy. You have to better yourself. You have to find your sense of fashion. If someone can help you with that, that is great because now you're outsourcing it. Maybe you just don't are not creative enough to put an outfit together. But guess what? You will get better at it. The more practice you have, the better you'll get. So it's like reach out to someone the same way I reached out to Drew a lot of times in my past. Hey, what do you think about that? And we still share some advice for each other, and that's all right. It's not about you not having the confidence, or if I ask him, I'm not gonna, that means I'm not confident. No, that does not mean that. It just means you just want a second opinion. That's all.
mm,
That's all. Maybe he'll be able to match. Maybe he sees something that you don't.
that's
Same thing
true.
with,
That's so true.
you understand? He's not changing up your style, but now he's just gonna say he's going based off your style that you chose, and he'll just help you match it. Let's say possibly with a better color. Maybe you chose an orange top with yellow pants, and he's like, nah, maybe put a white T-shirt with it.
Mhm.
You understand? And if that can help you, now you're catching the gist of it. So now it's like, all right, I'm gonna need Drew a couple more times. Let me reach back out to him. But after a while, you're like, you know what? Okay, yeah, I know now. I know how to match clothes. Now I know how to pair outfits, and
Yeah.
you have to learn that. That doesn't come from within. Some people, like Drew himself, he was born. He was actually raised in an area where fashion was, there were trendsetters over there. Had our own way of dressing, which was nice to us. But
Mm,
now when you go to places like Harlem and the Bronx, where I personally went, I seen a whole different world of fashion. It was like, wow, I've been missing out. But
mhm.
so it's just by your environment, but that's all right. So what I did, I consulted with Drew. Another good friend of mine, and I made my own style, and now I don't need help anymore. But guess what? I'll ask for someone's opinion just to like not overthink myself. Like, hey, should I put this with this color shirt or that one? Rather, they'll help me decide and choose one. But I already bought it, so I know both look good on me. It's just
Yeah,
deciding how to pair it. So it's don't it's not a one way street where it's confidence like that. You don't have to ask anyone questions. No, you can ask somebody questions. It's just an opinion. But now, if you let somebody's opinion dictate what decision you make, then that's a problem. Now you could take their
yeah,
opinion, you know, even like let's say if somebody tells me, "Hey, that burgundy shirt doesn't go good with you. Put on a brown shirt." And then I'm thinking of it, and I'm looking at myself in the mirror, and I can't see what they see with the brown shirt, and I still like my burgundy shirt. Guess what? I'm gonna put on my burgundy shirt because I'm gonna go with what I think is right, what I like
there
in
you
that
go.
mirror. And that doesn't mean any disrespect to them. You just ask them what they thought, and you tried it, and it didn't work for you. You didn't see what they see, and that's all right. You just keep pushing forward. But at the end of the day, you know what's best for yourself. But we always have to outsource for help. Like people seek help for therapies, people seek help for fashion, and so forth. Don't be ashamed. No one is born knowing. We buy
Yep.
books, we do research, and sometimes research can only go so far. That's why people have mentors. That's why people
Yeah.
reach out for personal consultations with people. Like I said, we're here to help. We're here to give advice. I'm gonna eventually post some pictures of us when we're dressed. Maybe we can give advice on that if it's needed. Advice that you could think of, just drop it down in the comments, and we will focus on it and make a video. But
And just to for everyone that's watching, this is not like me and D not saying we like the fashion gurus or we don't know everything to it, to what you could wear, what you could put together, but we have a little bit of insight of what's good, what the world sees as like normal, or what is comfortable with you within whatever you want to put together. So don't take it at us saying like we know it all, because we don't. You know what I'm saying? We don't know it all. Because it's like what he said. I still get tips from people I know, like my lady too. It's times I put stuff together based off like my lady could say, "Oh, hey, I like this on you. Put that or try this," and I would try it just because I know it's something she like. I might be out my comfort zone, but if I feel she's saying it looks cool, why not try it? There's nothing wrong with trying something new. Yeah, you might not like it, but at least you did it and you was brave enough. And that goes to what the topic is about: confidence. If you're that confident to put something on that could take you out your comfort zone, but at least you put it on, and you like, I wore it. That was me. I was the one who made that what it was, not the clothes wearing you. You get me? It is like you said, D, is just it's something we all could learn from each other, basically.
absolutely, like it's whatever works for you. For example, I ain't gonna give my exact age, but let's just say I'm almost 40, and some people may say the braids is not for you because of your age or because of the type of job you have. No, this is me. This is me. Is how I like to be seen, and I'm ready to go into any room and say my age and feel nothing about it because I'm happy the way I am. I'm happy to go to my workplace the way I am, and guess what? They'll embrace it because they feel that you're confident. As long as your performance doesn't diminish, they're okay with it. But of course, this doesn't apply for everywhere. There's a lot of corporate settings where they're strict, whatever it is. At the end of the day, if you want to grow there, that's fine. You go based off their codes and everything. But it comes down to, do you want to be happy in life, being yourself, or you want to do what's needed in order to progress in life? At this stage of my life, I'm choosing to be who I am
Yeah.
and
Be
what makes me
yourself.
happy.
Be
I
yourself always.
I've had that clean cut haircut. It looked good on me. I liked it, but I've always had long hair, and it's like, this is just me now. Again, I like it. I think I match it up very well. Also, now you have to switch up your style because, of course, now you can't have a certain look anymore. Like, because I'm not gonna wear my braids the same way I wore them back when I was 20, 21, right? with the Jordans, the baggy clothes. Like, no. So now I
Mm-hmm.
wear it more in my professional setting, the way I dress now, and it looks great. But that's to tell you that you have to be happy who you are.
Yeah.
Be happy. If it brings you joy, then just go for it. It's not a crime. It is what it is. Whoever likes it, good. Whoever doesn't, I don't need your validation. You like my short hair better? Okay, that's good for you. I like my long hair better. It ain't
Mm-hmm.
gonna make me go cut my hair
Yeah.
just because you
Well,
told
well,
me that. I'm gonna come back tomorrow next month with my long hair. I
yeah.
ain't I'm not here to please you. I'm here to be for myself. And that's what leads me to think of this, Drew. There's people that are constantly giving their attention to people who don't deserve it. There's people who just keep being there for attention seekers, and it's never going to lead up to anything. It's never going to lead to a date. It's never going to lead to your promotion or anything. Know when to cut your losses. Stop giving them your attention. If you see already, if you tried and you see that they have no intention or they shut you down already, but yet they want to keep playing with your emotions and having you there, just to satisfy their need for attention, cut your losses. Don't give it to them anymore. For your worth. Give it to where it's deserved. Give it to where it's gonna lead up to a date. Give it to where it's gonna lead to a possible promotion. Stop wasting your time. Stop giving your attention so generously. Protect your energy.
That's big. That's big on energy, because I feel a lot of people give energy to people that don't deserve it. Exactly what you was noting to, that a lot of people be around the wrong people for validation, and that's not good. At the end of the day, you're not being true to yourself, to who you really are, and that goes back to, you know, I know I don't want to say it, but confidence. So ending off with that, like, we all have it. It's just something we gotta tap into, and something you could build, and it's there. So
Be yourself because you're an awesome person just by being yourself, but be a better version of yourself. How do you do that? Self improvement, self care, moisturize better, stay well groomed, go out and buy some new clothes, get rid of the old clothing, get some help with fashion, get some help in your self care routine, whatever it is, but make a better version of the key word is you, not of someone else, not someone else's perspective on you, not somebody else who someone else wants you to be, but be the best version of yourself. So there's always room for improvement. Always. That's all. Because you're great the way you are. You don't got to change anything about yourself, but you could definitely improve yourself.
be confident within you, and that would dictate all the energy you put out to the world.